It is my privilege, once again, to welcome to the podium to take us on the first lecture. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like us to put our hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. You're not clapping. Put your hands together as we receive to the podium Dr. Robinson Modum. Please clap. Make it louder. Make it louder. This is a true definition of young and getting it. Thank you so much, sir.
The chairman of this epoch event, Engineer Paul Enedum, and the distinguished members of the high table, and every other distinguished personnel here present. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Please, this is meant to be a program where everybody would participate and engage actively. And that is why most of the times I don't like talking to people who are dormant or who appear dormant. By dormant, I mean people who are not engaging. Some persons are sleeping while I was watching, and that is bad, because the reason why you came here is to learn something. And if you want to learn something, you will listen, jot down, engage, ask questions. That's how you can go back with something. Why I was totally excited about this program is that, one, it is focused on youths, Neni youths particularly. And the team and sub-teams are ones which would give you everything you need to know. Most persons, when I posted this, the flyer on my status, people were telling me, will they give grants? Do they give loans? Is the program where you get money? Because what everyone is expecting is money. If it's not giving money, I'm not coming. And that is why I decided to bring in a topic where I think everyone will understand the reasons we need to change our mindset. We need a paradigm shift. We need to change the status quo. This is a topic that most persons here understand very well, or maybe are still trying to understand. But I believe that here we have both people who are students, undergraduates, graduates, postgraduates, businessmen, and the likes of them. The power of personal branding for career development and youth entrepreneurship. That is what I'm supposed to be talking about. And I don't want to waste much time because we already don't have time and we have 2 extra speakers. So I want us to pay apt attention. The world today is evolving. And what do I mean? In the university where I studied, there are about 19 faculties and up to 100 departments. And every single year, people graduate from different departments and go out to the labor market in search of job. Now, what happens? Some persons might be lucky to get, and some persons may not be lucky to get. Or it will take a time for them to get. Something that is quite pertinent to say here is that if you don't distinguish yourself from your competitors, you may not attract recruiters. You must have to distinguish yourself. And distinguishing yourself is going to start from self-branding. Personal branding. Whenever people hear branding, they will think we are talking about business. Because that is what we call brands. This is a logo. This is my tagline. This is my that one. this is the way my business is, and brand for people is business. Now, I'm talking about brand for you. One of the subthings we have is something close to reawakening the giants in you. And if you don't understand that you need to build a brand called you may not stand out in the eyes of anybody. Most times, young persons, people who I've talked to, have been opportune to meet and talk to, they always have one single question they ask every time. Why is it that whenever I go for interviews, I don't pass? They decline me visa. They decline me job. I've gone to this place, that place, that place, that place, that place. You are not doing one thing. You've not branded yourself strategically. And that is why I say I must have to come here today to talk about the power of self-branding. Because if you don't brand yourself, nobody can perceive you. Nobody will know you. As I'm here now, I don't know some persons that are here. Because probably I've not met them anywhere. I've not heard their names. Nobody has talked about them. They don't appear on televisions or radio stations. And that is how I will not know them. Personal branding, in a simple term, is just the way you present yourself. I have a lot of things in my slide. But my intention is not to come and start reading slides, because this is not supposed to be a lecture room. This is supposed to be where I'm supposed to teach people what they are supposed to know. I prefer saying teach than lecture, because lecture is what our lecturers do, is that they come and they take slides one after the other. And they read it, or sometimes they say, a student come and read the slide. Some lecturers. Personal branding is just the way you present yourself. And again, I will say, it is an online portfolio that helps you promote your reputation or build a reputation, increase the prospect of job opportunities, and allow you set goals that will make you stand out from your competitors. In saying this, I've already said many things. And most of the times, what we do is that we ask questions. We ask questions. Why must everything we are talking about be job, be goals? I want money. There is no way you can be successful if you don't work on yourself. As you are today, you might be a business owner. You might be a politician. You might be a secondary school graduate. You might be an undergraduate in the university. You might be a postgraduate student. You might be whatever you are. But what will make you stand out in that your discipline is the way you brand yourself. And I like talking about a single person whenever I'm talking about personal branding. Tony Elumelu. How many of us know Tony Elumelu here? You must have heard of him. Even if you don't know him, you must have heard of him. Something like that. The CEO of UBA Group, Hess Holdings, Transcorp recently, and there's some other things that he does. Now, why am I talking about him? He knows the nitty-gritties of branding. In that, he had about 2 million combined followers on Instagram and LinkedIn. And people are always waiting for him to post the content, because they see him as a successful person. So everybody that wants to be successful, students, entrepreneurs, and everybody, they are looking up to this guy. Where is he going? What is he doing? And he gives us every single detail we need to know about personal branding. If I'm going to ask good questions now, I'll find out that most of us here are on WhatsApp, right? Everybody here is on WhatsApp, both old and young. But some of us may not have heard of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an app. It's a social app, just like WhatsApp and Facebook. But that is the app of the moment. Tell your neighbor, LinkedIn is the app of the moment. It is the app of the moment. I mean, if you don't have an account there right now, and you are young, you are making a lot of mistakes. No matter your discipline. you want to set yourself, if you want to make yourself distinct from other persons that you see, you must have to first remain authentic. I have had different series of persons that I've met that try to tell people what they are not. And most times they affect you in your business and everything you do. There is this thing that people always tell people. They say, I am an online marketer. And maybe some of us here they do businesses online. They are studentpreneurs. They are entrepreneurs. They have businesses that they do offline. Let me just put offline for now. But I would also like to tell you that you are missing a lot of money by not branding your business online. Why I'm standing here today is that I am a total testimony of personal branding, business branding, and the likes of them. I want us to do something. Take up your phone, go to Google. Please, everybody, if you have a smartphone, just take your phone. Go to any search engine you have, any browser you use. Just go there and type your name. Type your name there. If you type your name, you search it. If you type your name, just type your name. Just type your name on Google. Just type it. If you type it, click search. Let me see what will come out. Okay, I think there's something I forgot to say initially. Hold on, please. Hold on. There's something I forgot to say. Because when I was talking about personal branding, is the way you present yourself. I mean, I'm supposed to have asked the question, who are you? That's the first question you have to ask. Because you need to understand who you are for you to be able to tell another person that this is who I am. And most times we find it so difficult to even know what we stand for, what we represent, who we are. And if you cannot confidently tell anybody who you are, that means you have not yet set a brand for yourself. You don't know who you are yet. Because most of the times, and I've also been opportune to be in some places where I was part of the committee or members that were interviewing people or recruiting people for a company. And most of the times, you submit your CV or your resume, and still, your employer will ask the question, who are you? Tell me about yourself. What makes you feel that you are eligible for this job? These questions are questions that give you opportunity to sell yourself. And you cannot sell yourself if you don't know who you are. I went to school and I graduated from economics. And I came back to my father's house and sat down. And if I come to you and meet you and say, hello, please, can I know you? You tell me, my name is Joseph. And you look away. My name is Joseph. You look away. Now, what you presented to me is two things. One, the bad pride. And two, that you are not able to brand yourself. The bad pride. Because John Maxwell said we have the good pride and the bad pride. The good pride, let me now explain very well. The good pride is the one which everyone who is successful is supposed to have. Like, this is a confidence in my integrity. That is a good pride. It's associated with confidence in integrity. The bad pride is the one that is associated with what? Arrogance. The fact that you can come and meet me and say, I want to know you, I'll say, my name is Robinson Modum. Now, it has sent you a message that this guy that is able to tell you his full name is trustworthy. Because anybody that can tell me their full name is trustworthy. I will just take you that you are trustworthy. Because you don't want to hide your name. Anytime you see someone saying, why do you ask? Depending on the situation anyway, because sometimes it's actually not good to just tell people who you are, depending on your situation. But let me say you attend this conference now, and I walk up to you and say, who are you? That is the way you're supposed to introduce yourself. That's why I said self-branding starts from the way you present yourself. And that's where they'll start asking you, okay, Modum, okay. Modum, that has already created a relationship with whoever the person is. But when I come and tell you, my name is Robinson. Okay, no problem. Good to meet you. You just pass. You cannot create relationships. Most of the time, people come and tell me, my problem is that I cannot speak to people. I cannot approach anybody to talk to them. I was once a timid person. Very, very timid. Because by the time I was doing pre-science, I was even scared of talking to anybody. Like to come and say, if you say hello, I'll just hide. Say hi, I'll hide. But by the time I'm going through this slide, I'm going to give you tips on 1, how to brand yourself, and 2, how to distinguish yourself from your competitor. Because whether you like it or not, you have competitors everywhere. In the medical field, there are competitors. Because for you to get internship or housemanship, you have to write exam. If you don't know, and if you don't pass, if you're not getting on merit, you're getting on relationship. And when people come to the university and say, I come to this school to study, pass my exams and go, I say you are totally wrong. And where is the edge where maha doom? You are supposed to graduate in character and what? Learning. And that is why what we're talking about today is character. Because for you to brand yourself is that you're going to shape your reputation for people out there to know you. And one of the things I always tell people is that go online, browse your name. As a young person, if you click on Google and search your name, and your name does not appear on Google, you have not done anything. Do you know why? Most employers, immediately you're submitting your CV, they take up their phone. I'm telling you from experience because I've been in that situation. They take up their phone, rush to Google, browse your name, and immediately they browse your name, whatever pops out is the perception of what they want to see whenever you're coming in. And so when you approach them, they must have known 40% of you. And they are waiting for you, or they're expecting you to tell them what? 50% or 60%. So you must take it very serious. Especially if you have plans, if you have goals, if you have aspirations for your future. Some people tell you, I want to Jakarta, I want to travel, I want to go to the US, I want to do my masters in the UK. You don't know you are going to pass through interview for your visa. And when you get there and they ask you a simple question, you don't even know how to answer it because you don't have the what? Experience. Please, next slide. Next. Good. How to build a personal brand. I'm going to skip few things because of time. How to build a personal brand. First, build your foundation. And by this, I mean discover yourself. Discover yourself. Because when you discover yourself is when you can be able to tell people how original you are. And if you have not discovered yourself, the first thing you have to think about is what is your passion? What makes you happy? What are you doing at the moment? Are you a student? What are your goals? If you are able to answer these questions, you have been able to do what? Discover yourself. But most of us, one of the reasons why most of us, after passing through the university, we end up telling people, I don't have friends, is that you did not discover yourself while you were in school. I have many young persons under my mentorship that will tell me, I don't know how to tackle this issue I'm having. I have no friends. And remember, if you don't have friends, you are not going to get suitable information for your growth. You are going to be starving in terms of progress, and you may not be able to enjoy whatever you're going to get once you succeed. These three things. For you to be able to build authenticity of yourself, you know yourself. If you're a medical doctor, you know. If you graduated with 2-1, you know. If you graduated with 2-2, you know. If you are not able to build yourself, or you've not been able to discover yourself, there is one thing you're supposed to do. You are supposed to do what? Come out. If you are in school, if you are in secondary school, if you are in the university, engage in activities. Stop running away. We are organizing such program for Neni youths, and most persons are not here. And their excuse might be, not an attack and an attack here. Because I'm not going to tell you something I have not benefited from. That I'm standing here today is because I have been able to start from the scratch to build a brand called me. And that is why whenever you go to places, if you go to the teaching hospital near where I work and say, I'm looking for Robinson Mall, most persons, let me not say everybody, most persons will know that this guy is this. And that is the only way they can trust you, because you are authentic. I always tell people, whatever you do, people are watching. Most of us here are not business owners. We don't want to do business. In fact, we don't like business. I am one of the persons that never liked business. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to graduate the first class. I am so interested in my education. I am so focused on my goals. However, along the line, you may find interest. Some persons, when you're speaking to them, they will tell you, I don't like politics. I don't want to engage in politics. Is this one, is that one, is this one, is that one. But you don't know your future. You don't know the future. You don't know tomorrow. Tomorrow, when you get interested to join politics, you find out that you don't have a foundation. People don't know you. You have not achieved anything. Nothing. So, whenever you come out to tell people, to convince people, you have to lie. Which is the wrongest thing to do while building a self-brand. So, first thing is to build your foundation. Discover yourself. Set your goals. When you're setting your goals is when you start choosing your friend. For example, if you want to become a doctor, or a nurse, or a pilot, or an engineer, what you should be targeting is going to study those courses, those subjects that are going to lead you to that part of life. You have actually discovered this is what I want to be. And that is the time you can go to your LinkedIn and adjust your personal statement. Most of us here are learned. We know what I'm saying. If you want to write your CV, you have what we call personal statement. Now, in your personal statement, it can be, sometimes some people write career objectives. Sometimes some people write career summary. Either of them can go as your personal statement. And that is what your employer is going to look at. That will tell him 50% of who you are. Before you even start saying another thing, he must have read those things, searched you online. And that is why I always tell people, if you want to write your CV, or if you want to update your CV, make sure you include your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is part of your contact information. Because when you come and write, it's already obsolete. Seeing name, surname, last name, and you now see phone number, email address. This one. These things are they are ephemeral. People have already passed this stage. If you go to companies or industries or institutions that are trendy now, they will tell you, LinkedIn, nko. Say, no, I don't know about that. They already see you that you are obsolete. That they need to teach you a lot of things. Which means you are already sitting one side. And when your employer calls you and now tell you, okay, tell me about yourself. What can you do? What do you think you can do? You tell him, I've been looking for a job for 25 years, and I now saw this one here, and they now told me that that this is a good job, that they pay very well, and I want to apply. Please, I want to get the job, or my hunger will kill me and my family. They will look at you and they will smile and laugh and go, and say, no problem, you can go. They can never call you for that job. Nobody is there to pity you. And them a pity. Where they can pity? Because 1,000,001 persons are looking for a job. So if people are saying, Madonna, because I don't have money, I'm broke. That's why you're joking. They need you to tell them, convince me that you need this job. How? With your qualification, with your work experience, with your volunteer abilities, with the soft skills you have. There's a difference between soft skills and what? Hard skills. Soft skills, sometimes I like calling it interpersonal skills. Interpersonal. It includes what? Communication skills. It includes teamwork. It includes problem solving. It includes public speaking. It includes a lot of things that you need to learn, including leadership. Because the role you might be applying for in that company or in that institution might be a role that would intend you to be able to coach other persons, do teamwork, or give and monitor different other roles. So if you're not good in those things, they can never think of you. Never. But whenever you have a good track record, and that is what Mr. Pitobi brought to Nigeria, he said, go and verify. Whatever you do, make sure you keep it there for people to see. I'm going to come to that. There's a place I spoke about this. While I'm saying you have to build a brand, is that you have to tell people that you don't know who you are before they meet you. Most of the times you see people scrolling through their Facebook page. And while they are scrolling, they will be checking. What they are checking is, if they go to this person, they read about you. You don't even know. And sometimes, if you're on LinkedIn, LinkedIn will tell you, this so person checked your profile. Sometimes, if you identify as an engineer or a software engineer, they go to your profile and read. You're a software engineer. Let me read and see the level of experience you have, how skillful you are, the achievements you've made, who you are, and why I can be able to consider you for a job. And that is why when I tell people to go to LinkedIn, I'm not telling you a joke. If you go there, one, you can be able to see and research about the company, because most companies are on LinkedIn. They have LinkedIn accounts. So you can be able to go there and search about the company, know the managing director, know who he is, know everything, know what they are looking for. So whenever you go to the interview and they're asking you questions, you're giving them back and back. Whenever they want to see you, they're already shivering that this person that has such achievements is coming to the company, and they don't want to lose you. Ask your neighbor one question. Do you have a LinkedIn account? Touch your neighbor. Say neighbor. Say neighbor. Do you have a LinkedIn account? Are you active at all? Because these are the questions you need to ask yourself. Touch him again. Say neighbor. Have you searched yourself on Google? What did you see? Sorry? Okay, you brought your Facebook. And your Facebook is still empty, Abi? Now, since you talked about Facebook, let me say one thing before I forget. Every social media handle can say a lot about you. It must not be LinkedIn. Why I'm stressing LinkedIn is that LinkedIn is going to help us to promote, to elevate us to a different direction in terms of growth, progress, job, opportunities, both research and scholarships. You can get them on LinkedIn. It must not be the one that you see someone on the road and someone give, Most of the times, people getting job is not even face-to-face. People that give you the job, people that you meet may not even be someone you know. It may be someone you met on your social media. People that patronize you, your clients that buy what you sell or patronize your services are people that you meet on social media. I'm going to talk about 3 things. 1, the power of WhatsApp. Everybody here uses WhatsApp. And some persons use their own to catch fun. Some persons go there to watch movies or laugh because of the memes that they watch on people's status and go offline. Some other persons use their own to generate money. Some other persons use their own to impact lives. It depends on your niche and what you want to achieve. And I always tell people, opportunities don't come to you. You create your own opportunities. Jeff Bezos said that if your brand, self-brand, is what people say about you when you are not in the room. So if you're not here now and we want to talk about our chairman, Engineer Paul Enido, and we say, do you know Engineer Paul? Yes, now, yeah, we know him, Paul B. He was the one that organized. This is already what he is. And someone who never knew him from anywhere will say, okay, oh, wow, okay, wow. Okay, is it that man? Okay, wow. That is alone what he is. He has already branded himself to the level he wants to get. And you that is sitting down here today listening to this seminar or this program, what have you done to make yourself exceptional? That's the question. We are all from, or maybe some of us are not from Neni, but majority of persons here are supposed to be from Neni. And the sole aim of organizing these seminars and other things that they're doing for the town development is for us to understand the need for self-development. Grow your social footprint. That's the second one. So you need to create profiles that reflect your passions on social networking platforms. And this is just almost the whole thing I said now. If you're on WhatsApp, your profile picture should not be a profile picture of marine spirits. Most of us, our profile pictures of dragon. If you come to their WhatsApp name, their WhatsApp name is the biggest dragon on earth. And you are doing a business. And whenever you chat on a group chat, the name that pops out is Big Dragon. Devil's Calabash. That is your name. And you come there and advertise business and expect me to come and message you. I cannot message Devil's Calabash with my 2 eyes open. And that is what we are saying. So what is holding you from coming there and saying, Robinson Mod is my name? That's branding. So whenever people see you, say, okay, is this guy safe? Even if they are looking for your number somewhere and you just texted and you just message or sent a message on the group chat, they already see you and they go back to you immediately. You make it so easy for people to meet you and for you to sell if you're a marketer. I don't see a reason why you should not be proud of yourself. I don't see a reason why your Facebook name should be is Miss Sandra. Your Instagram handle will have 1 million underscores. Underscore, TTY, underscore. Finish. So if I want to go and look for you on Instagram, I'll be writing underscore. Who has that time? Nobody has that time. The world has passed that stage. If I just come to search for you, bam, I type your name is not appearing. Okay, I forget about you and look for the next person. You come and be telling us, I'm doing business. It's not working. It's this one. I don't have customers. But your name is Dragon. You're joking. And again, for WhatsApp business owners and people that have the interest of WhatsApp, you come out and I want to message you as a person that owns a brand. And I come and you don't have a profile picture. The first thing that comes to my mind, is the only they quite likely not at 419 fraud. Because this is the era of Yahoo now. So everybody is there to just boom and they run away. And people that hide their identity are people that you cannot trust most of the times. Why won't you put your picture? Why won't you take pictures as a young person? Young person! If an old man of 80 years is not taking picture, a young boy of 24 years is telling me, I don't have a picture. At this stage, you are joking. You are playing taekwondo with your life. That is the power of branding. Once people come there and see you, they say, hey, this is the guy I'm looking for. Yes. And this thing goes round, though. It's not just on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter, on even your email should have your picture. Because why? What people want is to see how authentic you are. How can I trust this person? If they cannot trust you, they cannot buy from you. Let me tell you, what people buy for is not companies. What they buy from, I am doing business, I do this one. What they buy from is not company. Is what? Person. The person is who they are buying from. And that is why you see people, they likely patronize who they know than who they don't know. I don't go also let's say you have 50,000. Man, only can man let's say 60,000. In your own guy let's say 50,000. Say nah don't worry, but only can high boy na phone say abia. Can you no ego? Can so ike. Maka when the analog go say I what ego efugo. They can never bring that into your doorstep. They will not deliver. And that is one of the things you have to learn today if you don't learn anything. Go back home with your personal brand. Be able to tell people, this is who I am. And whenever they go anywhere to search for you, you are there. Most persons who have different names. You have a name on WhatsApp, another name on Instagram, another name on LinkedIn, another name on... No. Very wrong. Very wrong. Totally wrong. In fact, totally wrong. Why would you have 1 million names? Why won't I suspect you? You see all these people that will go and buy a SIM card and have 24 SIM cards. They will call you with this one. They will hide the identity. They will call you with the other one. Hey, care number more. Can't go there. Can't go there. And I'm giving you business. Okay, don't worry. They're going to make go back first. Because it shows that you can block me today and continue with another line. And these are the little things that people don't know. They will tell you, it's nothing. It's something. At least what we are trying to do is to shape our reputations. Right? We want to shape our reputation. At on your online profile, as a person, leave business safe. As a person, a brand, you did not define yourself. Your WhatsApp profile is still showing, what they call it? They say, hey there, I'm using WhatsApp. At this your age and reg number. If a man of 80 years is using hey there, I'm using WhatsApp. You that is 25 years will still be using hey there, I'm using WhatsApp. We know you are using WhatsApp. Who are you? And some people come and write one long nonsense story. There was a time we were doing to go. To go time has passed. And people still go back to go. What is your username? Michael 002. What is 002? Is it your reg number? Why won't you say my name is Michael Ejike and stand and say my name is Michael Ejike? Say Michael 002 _ bracket 2. What's that rubbish? That is to go's method. It doesn't work now. And let me tell you, one of the reasons why I'm saying this thing today is that most of us will benefit from it. Most, not even one, not even two. Most of us will benefit from it. If you're a business owner and you have not been making efforts to put your brand online, they will not know you. If I start asking questions now, I'll be very sure that most persons here sitting down here have businesses that they're doing. But Neni doesn't know you people. Neni amahun. Neni amahun ebo furniture maker. Neni amahun ebo yeah. Give what they are. You know how about you post to work and they mother phone able. You say I'm matured. I don't post. You don't worry. Remain matured. Maturity. Come on, chop knuckle. Matured man. You need to sell yourself. If you don't sell yourself, they don't know you. If it's not because of the fact that someone else knew me and now say, okay, Robinson, do this one. Let me not joke with you. I have been the same way I came here. It is the same way people call me. They come and do this one. They come and do this one. Come and talk to these people. Come and talk. Why? They are already seeing this guy as someone that is very good in public speaking. And someone that can impact. And so whenever they call you, they'll tell you, please, this is the date. Can you consider us to come? When I was applying for internship, there are three things that happened. Because what people will tell you is that you need to know people, or you need to pay 1 million for you to get work. Sometimes it works, but sometimes if people know how powerful you are, they will not want to lose you in their field. They will say, wait for what? Yeah. While there was an organization I was in that was called PACNET. The person I served under, this is giving you an instance of the reasons why you should volunteer for many things. Because it will shape you and it will make you to learn things that you don't even know. I came in there and they said, okay, we are going to elect you for this position. Come and do a secretary for us. That's an NGO about women's health and post-abortion care. So I was there doing the secretary job, doing everything. And I showed these people what? My skill. How dexterous I was. Who I am. And they say, oh, Robinson. Okay, Robinson, okay. So while I was at that, immediately I finished, we passed out and got our license. The CMD requested, I said, there was this boy. Because the person that is the CMD now was the person that was his secretary when he was the chairman of the Anambra State PACNET. And he said, there was this boy. I was on my own. In fact, I already told myself, I don't want to stay in Neni. And that same Neni is the place that many persons are dying to stay. Because I have followed each one in number, each one a number. It's a kisa to Rolanka. In Kawan is a no way. Because the 1,001,000 persons are applying. But the impact you made and the fact that he has seen you, this person is valuable to the society. And I think he will be very valuable to the hospital. Because there are sometimes that when the hospital will need to organize programs like this, we call him. He can speak. He can talk. We don't need to go and... People need to see you as you can click. You can help them solve their problems before you be prioritized. And that is why you need to brand. Because if you don't brand, they don't see you as a giant. They see you as a dwarf. They are working in the giants in you. You don't know you are a giant. You think you are just, No. You have to beat your chest and say, I'm a giant. Beat your chest 3 times and say, I am a giant. Nobody's beating their chest. Okay, you are not giants. So, that is the reason why you should do what? Build your social footprint. Now, the third one is, yes, choose your target audience. In choosing your target audience, not everyone should be your friend. One, I've said this thing many times. Not everyone is your friend. Not everyone should be in your circle. And not everyone should be in your list. I'm going to be buttressing on business because I think the part that I'm supposed to be focused on is this second sub-theme. You understand? Powerful ideas for building an enterprise. So, if you are trying to become enterprising or you are already enterprising, you should know that you need to create a particular audience for yourself. There was this thing that was happening when I was in one of the group chats one of our students' group chat then. They call it contact gain. And you see everybody jumping into it. Contact gain. You are gaining contacts of criminals. So, my 419, people are looking for who to scam. So they just join that group. And start messaging everybody one by one. Hello, I have this investment program. You invest 2,000, you get 5,000. And you say, wow. Hey, I need money. You carry your 2K and you say, let me just try it. This is just 2K. You put 2K. They give you 5K. And they say, wait, this is your 5K. It can get you 20K. Put it. You say, hey. Shh. I'll put it. You put that 5K. And the person blocks your number. You come out to start seeing white. The DP is now white. That's when you now remember that you tell your friend, hey, no business melo. As him not 5K can with 6K. Wait here. The time you're supposed to use to brand yourself, to create better opportunities, you're using it to get 5K. What's 5K? What is 5K? 5K is the amount of money they pay me to advertise one business. I'm not joking. Just to post a link on my status. A link. A single link. I'll post it, bam, on my status. 5,000 is in my pocket. And you see people, when they want to do, they'll go and cry and do this one and do this one. These are youths that know that they can actually utilize the power of technology to get money and not do fraud. You know, whenever we talk about technology, they think you're talking about fraud. Cyber this one, cyber that one. My bro, everything is not fraud. There are legit ways to make money and become a millionaire in this century. You can have a million types of job. You can have different skills. Most of us here are skillful. They are talented. But what? Their character is not enough. John Maxwell said again. Why I'm saying John Maxwell is I liked him so much. He's one of the persons that, you see this book that chairman gave you? This book that chairman gave you, some people are even throwing their own under their carpet. I don't like it. I will not read it. Read books, oh. Read, oh. If you don't read these books, you will not even understand the fact that you are still at the mediocrity level. You are not excellent enough. John Maxwell will motivate you. He will inspire you. And one of the quotes, one of his favorite quotes, in one of the books I read, he said, your attitude, will keep you at a higher altitude than your aptitude. You know what aptitude is? Aptitude. Attitude. Aptitude means natural talent or skill. Attitude. Character. Reputation. So even if you have a million talents here, there are persons that I know in my school that they are very talented. There was even one girl that I was coaching then, and she was telling me that she does art very well. She's a very talented artist. Like, her artworks are very, very magical. Very amazing. And I told this girl, what have you been doing? Do you know that your university is an opportunity for you to thrive? The university, Jesus. University is an opportunity for you to thrive. If you find yourself in a university and you do not make it, you are joking. Because you have the opportunity to meet 1,000 persons that can become your followers, your fans, your customers, your clients, your friends in one time. But you decide to hide under the guise of, if I do nothing, I will fail. Focus on your studies. So. If you're a student, if you're still a student, focus on your studies. But if you decide to be enterprising at all, you must utilize what you have to get what you don't have. You have the aptitude, fine. So why haven't you set a brand to make people know you? I told Omar, and I said, go and start this thing as a business. I said, I don't know how to get customers. I have like 20 persons view my status. I just did this one. I don't do that one. I said, you are going to start from your friends. How many of your friends know that you're doing art? The only thing you know how to do is to come and say, urgent 2K, urgent 2K. Where you can get urgent 50K from your job. But because you have not connected to the right persons that will buy that artwork, that will be interested in it, there are persons that can use $50,000, 50,000 pounds to buy one art. I say, yes, I like this thing. I like it. But you, because me and you are like this, you'll be like, Jesus, yeah, come on to go 50,000. Jesus, okay, you make gan. Okay, dash man. Because you don't know the value of that. Now, whatever skill or talent you have at any point in your life is the total advantage for you. Because why? Most of the times, we don't even win with our qualifications. I hope you know. You may study fishery in school, but you may not end up as a fishery, a fisherman, or whatever they call it. It may be a total different talent that will set you high, set you free, give you elevation, give you progress. you will succeed in that field. Please, next slide. Now, have a content strategy. Next slide. Have a content strategy. What I mean by content strategy is this. A lot of us are on, like I said, on your social media pages. Why I'm saying social media pages is that is the most important thing you need. The way you present yourself here has already told me a lot of things about you. And that is why they say the way you dress is the way you are addressed. I tell people something. If you're going for an official occasion, dress like an official person. If you're invited for a conference, appear like someone that is going for a conference. Don't appear like someone that is going to Neni to buy crayfish. Because whenever you appear, that's the way I look at you. And these are the things that shape you, because some of the times when you invite people for interviews, what they wear, how they appear alone, you'll be like, who is this person? Now, going back to certain content strategy, you must be able to specify what you are doing, and people will know you for that. I don't know if you understand. Now, if, for example, you are a vendor, you are an online vendor, you distribute shoes to the whole of Anambra State, you shouldn't come online and write, I am living by God's grace alone. Yes, we acknowledge God. He's a supreme being. We all go to church. We pray. Now, we're talking about branding. Allow everybody to know that you are a shoe distributor. It doesn't make you immature. Allow them to know. You can come there and say, so shoe distributor in Nigeria. Full stop. Anybody that comes to your page and look and say, wow, he distributes shoes. And I think I want to buy like 2 shoes. Can you go there and go on? That is how to brand. You've not done anything much, but you have done a lot. And some people will tell you they are not interested. These are young people. It actually matters a lot when it's young people. If our people that at least have achieved a lot of things and say, okay, I don't need all these things for anything, fine. But at this our stage, we need these things. We need more. What do you post? Every day you're posting memes. Every day you're posting memes. Memes. You say you are entertaining your audience. Everybody's laughing. Oga, the day you stop posting that meme and posting nothing, they will mute you. They will come to you and mute you. Bam. You will stop seeing anybody again. Because they don't know you as a meme poster. A posting meme. If you come and you start posting, if you want to do business, post things that people will, okay, you have already branded yourself as an shoe. As what? I am a solar panel installer. I install solar panels. I do this one. I do ties. I do this one. These are things people want to see about you. If you're a public figure, appear like a public figure. I don't see a reason why you should not go and go to studios if you don't have pictures. If you are not a picture freak, take one day, go to studio, take one picture, one good picture, post it on your profile, leave it there. If we start searching all our profile now, if I go to everybody's Facebook, you see funny pictures. If you send me a friend request and I look at it, I will not accept. That's the truth. If you want to connect with big people, you must appear like a big person. If you want to connect with successful people, you must appear like a successful person. If you're applying for masters and you're seeking for professors that you will be their research assistants, you want to go for your research programs, and they look at you and check your CV, and they don't find any interest in research, they cannot take you. They're not joking. And that is why you see the foreigners, they appear like they are more serious. Because actually they are more serious. If you're interested in research, put it there. I am an avid researcher. Full stop. Anybody that look at you say, okay, this guy is a researcher. Wow, okay. And whenever they browse about you, your research gets publications will show. Publications say, go see, this is an evidence. Evidence day. You don't need to explain. All this explanation where yes, I was a yes, I participated, yeah. Oh God, where the evidence? If there's no day, you could explain. And that is what I'm telling you today. Make yourself an evidence. Simple. Whenever you come out, anybody say, okay, yes, no, give him the space. Yes, he knows what he's doing. Even when you're making mistakes, they will be covering up for you. There are people that will say, Oga, this guy has made mistakes. Stop, get out. But when people believe in you so well, and you're making a mistake, they'll say, oh, no, I'm very sure that, yeah, maybe he not revised very well. Maybe he not. I mean, you've not seen professors when you come for Viva exams. People that are in the medical field. If you come for Viva exams or oral exams in some departments that do oral exams, and you make small mistake, well, this person knew that you were attending his class from day one to the last day. You were a very serious student. You were asked questions. You read your book. And they ask you a simple question. And you start stuttering. Or you start shivering. They'll say, calm down. I know you know it. Calm down. Stop shivering now. I know you. Just the thing that he said has already given you motivation. You say, wow, okay. But if you say, "Bia, idiot. Bia, are you sure you came to this cubicle? Are you joking? Did you read? You read what? So, the fact that they know you is a lot. Most of the person will tell you, I don't want to know my lecturers. I don't want them to know me. I'm not going to joke with you. I launched a book in my school, 2020. The first book I ever wrote, I launched it in my school. And the professors, provosts, that gave me money. In fact, the school fees, my school fees from year 1 to final year, I got it in that school back with extra bonus. It's not a joke. And what happened? That is the way everybody knew you. And whenever you say Robbins, it's okay. Robbins, oh yes. If you're doing a program, if you're doing a program now in that school, that same school, they will say, go and invite Robinson to speak. Why? Because they know that whenever you speak, people will learn. There is value. You share values. They knew that your vision is actually one that everyone needs to emulate. You are the evidence that they can show others. And every day they'll talk about you. They'll say, yes, this guy. Yes, the other guy. Anywhere you step in and say, this is my name, everybody gets happy. Oh, wow. Are you the Robinson? Are you Robinson? Oh, sit down. You can, evidence. Now, I'm going to be very fast with this now. Because I've said most of these things. So I'm going to just read this down. How to build a personal brand on social media. Create a uniform username across all your social media platforms. Upload an attractive and clean profile picture. Create an attractive bio. Control what you post or upload. And these things are things I've said. Please, next slide. Next one. All right. Hold it at that place. Now, this same thing I said now. Uniform. Everything you have must be uniform. And like I said, if you want to go and check about me, what you just need to type is Robinson Modum, M-O-D-U-M, not M-U-O-D-U-M. M-O-D-U-M. On Instagram, Robinson_mod. This is what people need to see about you. In Mechago, you are done. Most persons here have served as different whatever in their institutions, in their school. But no evidence. They swept it under the carpet. You're doing yourself. Because all these things, you need to show people that this is who I am. Oh. The future is a long journey. The future is so far. You can't even predict. It's unpredictable. So you don't know what you are going to be tomorrow. Today now, I never knew in my life that I will ever be in NDIG seminar, speaking to people. The last time they did last year, I was in Abuja, so I was not here. I wanted to attend. I was like, I want to come and learn. I want to do this. I want to do that. And let me tell you, when I went to Abuja last year. I was in Abuja for a while. On posting. So, while I was in Abuja, immediately I came in. Like, a great person doesn't hide themselves. Now, whenever you come in, people perceive this, whenever you talk, in fact, whenever you speak, the way you appear, the way you dress, the way you talk, people will say, this person is different. So I think you have something particular. I came there as a student on posting, and they wanted to present they wanted to have a presentation. And they said, Robinson, we want you to do a presentation for us. I said, how? I can't do any presentation. The woman said something. She said, I have checked your pages, and I saw that you are very good in public speaking. I never told them anything. In fact, at that point, I was just like, I'm just here to mind my business. Hello, following consultants, following chiefs around. These are things that you are there to do. But you don't know that people there have really gone to check who you are. Because whether you like it or not, the world is somehow. Everybody wants to know who they are dealing with. If I come to them and post that I am into real estate today, people will start looking at you. Wow, okay, you're doing real estate. I can trust you with my money. Yes. But there's someone that will post, yes, I sell lands. I have 25 plots of land at Neni Junction. Unyushi. The first thing I do, idiot, who's going to call you, on a run, yeah? Hey, Chiniki, we put along wherever. Maju, me, I can malum possible to Levan. Maju, 1 year why? Can't possible to Levan. Because what? You already branded yourself as a criminal. The way you appear is showing that from head to toe, only a criminal. That is brand. And some other persons, whenever they come out to say, yes, I am into real estate, people say, wow, yes, I've been waiting for you to say something like this. How much is your land? Where are they positioned? And what is the title of the... These are the things that you need to see and start becoming motivated. Whether you are a graduate, whether you are not. Whether you are a politician, whether you are not. Whether you are a community leader, whether you are not. How you appear, what you show people. Oh, one why they come back. No, you don't get a big oyaza. Emma, oh, you won't get a kiss no bingo caranaza. What have bingo, Zaki? Oh, you also but a bingo, Zak. Oh, you also no need lopota. No can I wear bingo. Oh, yeah, you are beginning. Bingo. I say, huh? But now, if you call that particular dog, Chukwuemeka, also about Chukwuemeka, only also put a boy bingo, has here. If you go out there to tell people that you are the strongest dragon on your WhatsApp profile, dragon. Everyone now forget, hey, dragon, they're going to look about dragon. I say, hey, dragon, what? Dragon, what? And the impression of dragon is the impression of evil. So nobody wants to associate with you. You could explain, no, it's just a WhatsApp name. I just, okay, day or day, just day, make I day here. I don't know if you understand. Day there. The fact that they call you dragon is already a total mess. And some persons here are comfortably using a dragon and a marine spirit. You nonsense when they use when they provide picture. It's what you say, I'm matured. I'm just matured. Yeah. Most persons are business owners on WhatsApp, but they go and fix on their disappearing messages. You are doing business and you're putting disappearing messages. How do you want me to remember what we said? Your disappearing messages is on. And there are some persons that, whenever I see your disappearing message on, I'll go and use my hand and off it, bam. And they'll rush back again and on it, bam. Why do you want this thing to clear? Why? Why are you owning your disappearing messages every time? Why? You cannot be trustworthy. Yes. And you see your maybe your employer at your place of work or someone who just knew you. Because there's sometimes that when people collect your contacts, what they do is observe. They will just be observing you. You don't even know. And some of them are these people that hide their read receipts. When they view, you don't even know. So they'll be watching you, don't know. You posting rubbish. Post one nonsense meme. Post pornography. Post rubbish. In Archie. They are watching you. The first thing they'll do is they'll say, pam, I can go bad. And tomorrow you rush to him. Yes, sir. He bought tie, bought suit. I said, but, I mean, are you really who you are? How many times did you watch pornography this week? He said, no. Hey, I know. I don't do that, you know. I don't do that, you know. He said, but you posted it yesterday. Okay. It's not true. No evidence. You could explain. You go tire. I don't know if you understand. Now, coming to that same aspect, some of you who are business owners again would go and switch off their read receipts. Muna give them a business 1.2 million. A manual read receipts. Instead, the go a manual read receipts. You they play. Just they play. Your read receipt is off. It's same need they matured. Okay. All right. There are things that are very wonderful. If you know that you are just yourself, you don't have anything to do with money. People value you because of relationship, because of trust. Now, man, let me business with you with trust. Trust, 100%. If the person sends a single act of distrust, that is why review says a lot. Oh, we're going to say, it's not one tell on a penny. I like chatting. Oh, yes, okay, don't worry. Finish. Only the other call calls. But I say, I beg you go to okay, I go me and I make kids. I go to kids today. When you are on a loaf, when you are not to go see China or to on a loaf, who could your milky webby. Finish. You have sold that person, and that is what I have. The perception of what you say is what I have, and I'm going there with that same ideology, with that same mindset. So if I now meet the person, and the person I now see, maybe not get a shop here, see here, all direction I can. Nearly future parade cake on Nenu, Uzonabo. A side. Turn way again. Massimbow. Or whatever. Walk in the phone. Or ever. Say, okay, don't worry. I will not buy there. Why? I cannot trust this person. But if I come to the person's shop, and probably I look at the person and the person is dressing very well, I say, okay, wow, okay. I think I can trust this person. Dressing says a lot. You don't know. Dressing alone says a lot. Enough to the mother suit appear from head to toe. One. First thing, respect. I'm not sure we used to get beyond one. I think, oh, my boss, how far? My guy, how far? My guy is already pressing respect in a way that he doesn't want to insult. He cannot insult you because some good guy have his dress here. Oh, yeah, so him will be here. And again, another WhatsApp tip. In fact, I think I have to go into this format because I had this principle, this giant principle I use for people who want to brand effectively. Giant, I call it giant principle. The giant there is an acronym that has meaning. And the first one, the G. The G. G-I-A-N-T. G-I-A-N-A-T. Get. Please pay attention. Get a vision and remain authentic. A vision means, where do I want to be tomorrow? What do I want to achieve in life? Most persons here have not even notified themselves of what they want to achieve in life. They are just living. And these are youths that are over 20 years of age. Is wrong. Set a goal. That is vision. That is what? Vision. 2. Interact with your friends, peers, fans, and competitors. These are ways you can be close to opportunities. You may be here. Okay, let me now give you an instance. When I launched a book, I wrote a book in 2020. It's a prose, one of the fictional proses I wrote. And I was looking for our sources for a means. Struggling. How can I allow this thing to get to Jambo headquarters, Abuja? Because my aim for writing that book is to give it to JAMB. So that JAMB will now be using it as one of the novels that these JAMBites use. And I'll make a lot of money. That was what is in my head. Now, by the time I finished writing the book, I could not get to JAMB office. Nature, how do I get to JAMB office? Now, one of the times we came for a meeting in the Rotary Club of Nayut, because I was a Rotaractor. In fact, I'm a Rotaractor now. And I shared this idea with one of my friends. I said, this is what I have in mind. This is my idea. The person next year, do you know what? Say I know. Do you know what? Or say I know. Or say, my father, he don't say, my uncle's daughter's son brother. He said, my father works in JAMB office. Prepare yourself. Let's go and meet him next month after our exam. This is what the power of networking will do for you. Sharing ideas, interacting. Something is doing you. You don't participate in activities. Your department is hosting departmental week. You are not there. Your department is hosting night. You are not there. Neni is hosting conference. You're not here. And then maybe to the youth. You're not happy. And then men can do one like you're not happy. How do people know you? It's not in a many big boy. See, I think big boy is by what you achieve. Big boy, I brought equal 1 naira. Shit. Did you want account again? Shit, couple. Me wafu. Toro. I didn't want account again. Big boy. But at the same time, you don't want to talk to anybody because you own an iPhone 14 Pro Max. And maybe when you come into the program, you look around and everybody here is having Android phones. You say, this is not my class, so I don't want to be here. Oh. It is when you are humble that you get opportunities. When you come in there and give respect to whom respect is due. Oh, hey, akocha. In a megany, and we may do to this. Ha! I went out to you, bam, and interaction. If you cannot interact with your friends, you cannot get opportunities. Most persons that went to school will be asking me, how do I get scholarships? How do I get this one? How do I get that one? It is very simple. People have updates. Most of you, I'm very sure that most of us don't even know that. I'm very sure that most of us don't even know that there are scholarship opportunities that come out in Neni and the environs. Even Shell, even MTN that gives scholarship, even I benefited from scholarships. I'll tell you 100% what I have benefited from, and that's why I'm here. Because even if you have passed through the stages of getting scholarship, you have younger ones, you have friends. So interacting. Hey, amplify yourself. Amplifying means go for programs that will that will boost your portfolio. Most of us, our CV is empty. Totally empty. Man, in a NMPC. I want to work in Shell. The one in Abuja. The one in Port Harcourt. And then a CV is totally empty. When you hear it, he the level was also BSc Computer Science. Finish. He then came with a first school living. He then came with an SSCE. Where is it? No volunteer experience. No work experience. Nothing. You never attended trainings. You never got any award. No certificate. How do people see you? That is what I mean by amplifying. Amplify means there is a training that is ongoing at Neni. Go there. If they give a certificate, add to your CV. Volunteer. I was the subcommittee chairman of Nkankanka. Add it there. These are added advantages. There are sometimes I tell my students and I say, even if you work, in a restaurant, you can amplify it in a way that it will add up to your CV whenever you're looking for a sales personnel position in a company. I don't know if you understand. N stands for networking. Network. Keep networking. Networking, how about what? Bring 2K to pay 4K. How about we have a network? Ultimate Cycler. MO, Million Money, Lion Share. How about we have? Overosa. Get up for you and call Chim Mark. That is not networking. Networking means making strategic relationships. Utilizing your time with what matters. Attending programs and living with connections. And at the same time, you come, you leave. Don't talk to me. Most persons, when they come for, whenever I go for a program, what I do, I try to connect with people. Hello, what's your name? You tell me, good afternoon. No, I'm Robinson. This one. What do you? You get contact. You are moving out here with what? Values and connections. You network very well. And T stands for what? Tap into your expertise or expertise. Tap. Most of us are experts in different fields of life. Experts. One guy was saying, no one has was. Say making us was one. Or some no one. Say no more about making us was. Or some say ni mana makwa. Or say no kata phone ya be golun kiwa. No nyele aka mark my advertising na my status nka. Say I think you're not doing the right thing. Because you are such person and you are just walking like you're just acting as if you're doing nothing, forming that you're matured. That is not what I want. Tell people who you are. Tell everybody who you are. Today, I will tell you that from the time I was in 400 level in the university, I had businesses that I was doing. Businesses. Not one, not two. Total hustler. And people will come and tell me sometimes, how do you manage to get contact? How do you manage to get audience? All these things are things you build from the scratch. Because I engaged in, if you come to school, I am in most NGOs, any NGO that existed in that school, I was there. And I'm not just there. I'm there as a board of director or as a member of the executive. Because when you come there and show them who you are, they'll say, oh, I think I need you in my executive. Come and stay here. Oh, phone boss can be a Neni. Neni for. I be a Neni boss a meeting NTU. Let me now tell you people. NTU. Boss I NTU. Cambia. Chairman umunai bombia. Boss nan no ya de la ko go send Neni. Abialuo. PG. Former PG mba. When the child didn't was silky no maka. Hey, open my body, I'll was wo na ebonyi maka o nwaka. Hey, o maka. Nka. O zibos wa na ba o say, bia. Kedu chairman NTU admin secretary. Sorry, not chairman. Secretary NTU admin. Bia. Jet chom let akinye Modum. Ka Modum join and the town crier. There and then obo town crier no na wo honke. I jelo lebe. Mba. Ano meba o say the town go the Modum. Si Modum ya join and the town crier. Obo say Modum ya ha simba. You must join them. Since you know vocabulary, since you know literature, since you know English, you must be part of the town crier committee and start learning how to help Neni. But most of us, when you tell them to come, they will say, no, I don't want to come. Village in camp, village in Kozo. You have to be able to brand yourself. And nothing that people perceive from you is what they know you as. Is what they recommend you to others for. I highlighted here small businesses for Neni youth that may require getting a personal brand. And in fact, every business you're doing in life, you need a brand. If today, as I am now, if I tell people that I am selling crayfish, they will buy. This is not a joke. If you tell people that you're selling crayfish, they will buy. Why are they buying? They have given you a lot of trust. They believe in you a lot. And if you read my status, most of the time I post things that will motivate business owners. Because there are some of the persons that are under my mentorship. I try to tell them, okay, see what you do. This is the way you get audiences. This is the way you get connection. This is the way you start. This is the way you brand. If you're doing business and don't have a logo, you don't have business. You must have a logo. There must be something that will show people that this is you. This is your business. If you see Coca-Cola logo, you already know this is Coca-Cola. If you see Apple, you already know this is Apple. If you see the companies like this, they have identity. A logo is your identity. And that is what we are bringing to you. You are supposed to be your identity. what people will say about you is what you show them. And the personal branding is not something that you can do and manifest in a single day. It is something that will take time. But at the same time, you must be consistent. I have talked about every other thing. And if you intend to go far, you must have to leave the crowd. Run away from the crowd. That's one of my lecturers who always tell you. Run away from the crowd. You don't cast. Come out. Go and find something else. There was this person that did something in Nigeria that went viral, that broke the Guinness Book of Record, Hildabasi. And really, Hildabasi finished cooking. 1 million persons started cooking. Everybody started cooking. Cookathon. Aneshi. Now, those people that are doing this thing, they actually harmed their ego. Because you know why? You cannot hit that record that Hildabasi has gotten. And at the same time, you are proving to others that you are greedy and selfish. Because why won't you allow what Hildabasi did to last for a week before you start your own? Why didn't you leave cooking and go and say, I want to be the highest leaper, or I want to be the highest? Find something else and do. When people are selling in our school, almost 100 persons are doing bakery business. And they make cake. And they make cake. Cake. And I told one girl, and I said, this particular set of persons you find yourself in are doing the same business. And if you start the same business, there is a higher probability that you will remain where they are. Why not supply them with what they need for this bakery? They go all the way from Okofia to Ekamobi. They go all the way from Nnewi to Onitsha to go and buy flour, to go and buy baking powder, to go and buy eggs. Buy these things from Onitsha. Bring them to Nnewi. Tell them you sell this thing at this price. Brand yourself as the only person that knows how to sell, that have this thing in bulk. And when they see you as that, you have won the election. You are on top. And this girl has done that, and she has in fact, now she's very rich. Because everybody will still welcome and say, yes, I want to go and learn how to bake cakes. They rush in there. They learn how to bake cake. And they keep becoming competitors amongst themselves. Because cake, one more, they can't bake one here. Oh, you try me bake your second or bake cake. More you me what no second or bake cake. Oh yeah. Man, no you have no one. Nele flour. Oh, you try me puff. Oh, you go flour. You try me meat pie. You go flour. You try me. You go flour. You try me buns. You go flour. And man didn't me buns so man didn't meat pie. Pancha not na school ah. So you must have to leave the crowd and set a unique discipline, a unique brand for yourself. Everybody is going into Yahoo. I'm doing Yahoo. I'm doing Yahoo. And when I noticed that most persons went into Yahoo, I said, okay, people are doing Yahoo. And most of these persons that are into fraud, they need websites. They need websites because that's where you used to work. Now, when you go and learn when you become a web designer, or you go into tech so well that you can design a website very well, an app very well, these guys can pay you as much as 500,000 to give them that web in the next 2 days. I want a business man home. Where would you make me home? I know ever and I say, in a man can watch and say, okay, one oil nagaba can ganka. You see that they will be rushing you. Hey, I need to borrow. I have a client I want to catch. I have this one. You will be feeling funky. You go and get boy. What I just say, okay, nah. Nkuzelu golu free. Nkuzu chalu golu. Ndebe kina yoko. What 500,000 or 200,000? Negative 50,000. In our role with diligence, we'll be checking in there. Because after all 50,000 people will sit in the website. More 60,000. Man, if they quota billing and they are paying complete. I quote billing in your also. You move forward what you're doing. Now, you've already become a totally unique brand. that they respect. Hey, night hey, 2 days kitchen man, wow, hey, beg, I go add you 50K, make you chop up. They give 50K. Gian love man. Oh yeah, big boy. Big boy, Abraham, baby, Abolon car. Ne, Jack Rob, now if you see go even in one in a forget, and I took investor this, investor that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because all these things are ephemeral. And I tell people, they are actually ephemeral. If you don't think of investing, think of bringing in something that would make people to see, wow, this is actually good, wow. They will not see you as a priority. So, conclusively, make yourself a priority. Build a brand that will say everything about you. Go to your social media pages and amplify yourself. Tell people who you are. If you think you want to learn something better, go to Google, browse Robinson Modum. If you go there and click it, I think the first 8 slides that you see is my achievement, it's my portfolio, it's my social media handle, it's my everything. You will find it there. At the same time I said, I want to open something that looks like a small NGO because I have gotten experiences from different persons that I was in their NGO that I worked for. And I said, let me open a small NGO that I can use to help people, to teach people, to impact. Because I found out that many youths, many persons, many young persons need help. The problem we have in Nigeria is that they lack mentorship. And because people don't find people to mentor them, they go the way they like. Otherwise, if we have acid, you need to mentor them. And I said, let me mentor these persons. And at the same time, I'm saying here again, I will mentor people here. If you know you're totally interested, you want to build a brand called you. You. Because I hate it when I come out to ask you your name. And you're telling me, you must be confident to tell me your name. Because you're not a fraudster. Also fraudsters, they are Facebook. Up to Zoomka. If you want to travel outside the country, whether you're going for work, whether you're going for postgraduate studies. And if you don't start now to build your CV, it will affect you because most universities that you apply to in the US and in Europe would decline your application. They receive millions and thousands of applications for studies abroad, and they decline a lot of persons. And you see very few persons getting admission. There was one of my friends that got a full scholarship to study in the University College London, postgraduate studies, public health. Full scholarship. How? Updates. Manasage, menka, it's in no WhatsApp. 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 How do you get updates? Join group chat. I don't like group chat. On data. That they go. Group chat. I'm gonna get data. I hate it when you say something like that because you are depriving yourself of opportunities. Opportunities that you should originally grab with your 2 hands. A lot of things happen online. And most of the updates I get is from LinkedIn. Because when you go and follow pages that give you information, most of you are on Telegram to watch movies. Telegram, you'll be watching movies. Movie, bam, you watch, yeah, you download the full movie. With your 1 gig, with your 5 gig, you now watch movie. Young persons that should be aspiring to do better, to change the town, the community, the nation, the state. You must have a vision. If you don't have a vision, you are gone. That is why you can see yourself rotating around for 25 years. People that are still aspiring to go into the university, this same thing goes to you. If you don't start now to read, to focus, to work towards what you want, you may write jam for 6 years, you will not get admission. I will tell you the fact. People that are stranded today, that left education and say, education is a waste, education is in car, education is in car, is because they were frustrated by their efforts. If they read, jam score 125, jam score 159, jam score 181, jam score 222. But what do you want to study? Medicine and surgery. Everything is possible, but you need to work hard. When I was almost graduating from the university, someone called me and said, Robinson, come. I came. He sat me down. And I sat down. And he said, I like what you're doing with this your foundation. And that's the lecturer. I like what you're doing with this your foundation. But I'm going to tell you more things. You are going to get more opportunities by impacting in people. So if you find yourself in a situation whereby you think you're not doing enough, try to volunteer. There are different places, even in this NDIG program that we are organizing now. If you come and volunteer and say, Chairman, sir, please, I want to be part of those that will be helping to organize this program every year. The number I'm seeing here is actually very discouraging. I'm not joking, very discouraging. Because I know there are plenty of people out there that their intention is that that's what they have in their head. In fact, if we are doing say, just imagine the mindset we have. Loan, ego. You have now ego. Implement the kind of money you make, you will sweat for money. You need to be smart to make money in this life. Smart. Most times, people that make money in school are people that are smart. Just like what I said here now. Creating websites for these guys. If you create websites, money. People are graphic designers here, but Kebe Hano. And I actually get me design for NDIG program. Start from where you are. Where are you now? In a group chat, in a meeting. School, in a lodge meeting. In educational departmental meetings. In a course. So you join the people that have professional bodies. Are you part of your professional body? These are the way they meet you. Someone called me and said, hey, Robert, am I speaking with Dr. Robinson? I said, yes. Okay, please, someone gave me your contact. They said you do this one. They said you do this one. I said, yes, it's me. Say, thank God. Okay, so please, can you come to my school on this day? We're having our career day, this one, in Abuja. I said, hey, Abuja, you answered yes. They spoke a lot about you. They said this one, they said that one. And what happened was that at the first time, I was overjoyed, I was excited, I was glad that someone somewhere was able to say, this guy is very good in this, call him. And that is what you need to do. You need to brand yourself next to that people that never knew you or that you don't even know will mention your name in places that matters. That's the way you can progress, that's the way you can succeed. Because most of the person that succeeded today is just one contract that clicked them for life. And they call it divine assistance, divine is a breakthrough, this one. God can help you, but God cannot help you if you don't help yourself. Oh, that man that you say, you are blessed, God bless you, this one. You are struggling and God is blessing you. If you go to your house and sleep, I used to tell when the house write exam, I said, if you sleep from today to tomorrow, if you stay another exam hall to write the exam, you get 0. 0. Total. There is no way you tell me that you will not read and miracle will happen. He will submit the empty sheet and then get everything about 3. It doesn't happen. Miracles like that can never happen. You must have to do what? To make effort. And God will now bless that small endeavor with their blessings. So today, I'm telling you and everyone here, please, reawaken the giant in you. We have already told you, you are a giant of yourself. I never believed that. And I'm going to say it again. While I was in pre-science, I was very timid. When I get to year one, I still don't talk to any, I still don't have friends. When I mean friends, I mean friends. I don't talk to anybody. Because the orientation my parents gave me is, you go school. The world is evil. Don't talk to anybody. Read your book, pass your exams, go to your hostel, go to church, sleep. Build a triangle lifestyle. Church, school, home. And we all accepted that. That's very wonderful, actually. But after a while I went to school, I discovered who I was. And I said, no. People there should know that I am this. If you have discovered who you are, and someone outside there doesn't know you, you have not branded enough. They need to know you. They need to hear your name. They need to believe in you. And that is the way you can become a successful, pragmatic, and very, very ambitious person. What people say about you is what they heard. Your brand is what people say when you're not in the room. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
My name is Honor Emmanuel. My interest lies most, or as well, regarding the scholarship opportunities our youths have been missing. We got to understand there are thousands of scholarship opportunities that our youth do not know about. I would like you to use your wealth of experience to get our community hooked onto these opportunities. Like, I understand there is U.S. presidential scholarship that is fully funded, and also non-presidential scholarship that are partially funded, either by tuition. And I also understand that they write exams to make them qualify for this, like SAT. And our youth or our people do not seem not to know about it. To the extent of going to U.S. Embassy to make inquiry about this. So my concern, among others, is helping our youth to get hooked onto these opportunities we are missing. Because we have brain, those that perform very well in their WAEC exams. Thank you.
My question is just if you could help us with small businesses you could do in school, since you said you were into different businesses.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, as a student, I believe every university have course outlines and timetable. What do? Very simple. I create a personal timetable different from the school timetable. The school gives you timetable, and your course rep tells you at 8 to 10 we have mathematics, math 102, math 101, the other one 102, bio this one, SOC this one. You know all those things. Go to as a student, just go, draft out a timetable. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Write out your timing depending on how you read. Because the first thing I'm going to say is that you must read. The main reason for going into a university is to pass, to read, study, and pass, not business. So I must buttress on, you must focus on your studies. Business is supposed to be a part-time job or a part-time leisure. Now, when you draft this timetable,
you write down your courses the way you want to read them. Because I am an avid reader. I don't joke with reading. So even if you see me doing a million things, people will say, this guy is not serious, I will still go there and make distinctions. And people who were joining me to do business might be having 5-6 carryovers. Because there's a simple secret. You must manage your time. So at that time that for example, if your lecture is supposed to end 4 p.m. on this day, you go back home, refresh, sleep, wake up, depending on when you're waking up, and continue your further studies. However, in my timetable, I always put time for miscellaneous. I hope you see the distinction. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous might be on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and most times, sometimes on a Friday, or one of the days when your lectures are not too serious. What do you do with your miscellaneous? That is when you run your business. That is when you play football. That is when you do your sports. That is when you watch your movies. Don't think that because I don't watch movies. I watch movies, interesting and educative movies. If they are not didactic, I don't watch. I read books as well. It is with the same miscellaneous. For example, if you do laundry, people do laundry in school. If you do laundry, yes, people bring clothes to you. You give them time depending on your schedule. On Tuesday, knowing fully well that by Saturday, I will use that miscellaneous time to wash and sun dry them. However, if my miscellaneous is supposed to be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., at 5 p.m. I have stopped anything I'm doing. At 6 p.m. I am resting, or depending on what my timetable says. At 7 p.m. I am reading. Now I have done the job. You tell people, my business runs from 1 to 4 on Saturdays. My business runs from 4 to 8 on Sundays. Within 5 to 7, I'm making delivery. Within 4 to 8, I'm making delivery. This is the time you need. However, if you're not a person that reads and understands so well, make sure that you reduce your miscellaneous time so it doesn't try to infiltrate into the time you're supposed to use to understand what you're supposed to understand for your exam. I hope you get my point. So it's very simple. Draft a timetable according to your capacity. I am a kind of person that if I sit down, I learned it when I was in pre-science, we do MTN and TDB. MTN, morning till night, you read. I can sit down from 5 a.m. in the morning and read till 4 p.m. in the evening. I am not going to get tired. Most persons here may not do it. So, if you know that your capacity is that you can read just 2 hours and you're tired, I want to sleep. Please, maintain that. At that 2 hours, but that 2 hours you're living, make sure you're not using it to deceive yourself. Read. And at the time you're supposed to be reading, at the time you're not supposed to be reading, utilize your time. Don't while away time. Use it for what you're supposed to use it for. Business. Okay. I answered the question, Abi. Thank you. The second question said scholarship schemes and opportunities for undergraduates and postgraduates. Now, there are plenty scholarship schemes, and that is why I tell everybody you need to be online to be updated. I'll say it again. You need to be online to be updated. Nobody will bring information to your doorstep. I'm very sure that 70% of us here don't even watch televisions. We don't listen to news. The only time we see news is when we see it on someone's status. It's when we see it online. It's when we see Chelsea, when there is a transfer window, when we buy a new player, we see it on Chelsea's page, on Instagram or Facebook. And that is what I'm saying. The same way you have football pages, academic pages, and all those pages you have that you follow, is the same way you have scholarship pages that you follow. Go online, go to your Facebook, browse NMPC scholarship. You will see their page. Everybody has page. And that is why I'm telling you, if you are not online, you are missing. When you follow these pages, sometimes they even give, they give me notifications. I set it to have notifications whenever those people post. So whenever you have anything that draws from there, you will see it first. And you now compare, okay, is it what I need? Can I apply? Am I eligible? They may say people that are between this age range can apply, or people that are within this discipline can apply, or people that are not within this discipline can apply. Now, the town here also have a scholarship scheme. And you know why I'm saying it? I benefited from Neni. So I'm telling everybody, you can also benefit from Neni. People who are brilliant enough have these opportunities and they are wasting. If you go to Telegram, go and search for scholarship opportunities. Or rather, I may also organize a platform where I can share these things. I will share them to people who need them. People who are seeking for scholarship opportunities as undergraduates. People who are seeking for scholarship opportunities as postgraduates. You may get them. Both ones that are partially funded and ones that are fully funded. The main thing is, are you willing to work hard? Because there is no scholarship that comes free. You must write the exam. And you must pass the exam. You must reach the cutoff to get the scholarship. Exam in July, we are sweating through our nose. So, and again, you mentioned something about exams. Yes, exams that you write to travel outside. There are plenty of them. Plenty. And while I was in school, I was amongst those that were organizing tutorial for IELTS. English proficiency. If your English language that we speak is hard. It's when you want to leave this country that you know that English is difficult. If they set for you English exam, IELTS exam, and you see number one question, you will start sweating. And that is why I always tell people, don't give up on reading. It is whenever you get tired of reading that whenever you're preparing for exam, you don't even know what to do. You will be scared. Because if you sit down to read, the first thing your mind will be telling you is, I have football to play. I have match to watch. I have this place to go. I have that place to go. You've not disciplined yourself to read. I don't know if you understand. Now, the last question said, small businesses you can do in school. There are plenty of small businesses, but I'll tell you just few. One, skillful businesses. You need to learn skills. In 2020, when the COVID came, that was when I learned skills. I learned graphics designing. I learned web designing. In fact, I learned a lot. I even learned baking, confectionaries. I learned it. Why am I learning it? My sole intention of learning baking then was not because I want to be a baker or a confectioner. I want to teach people and collect money. All these things can also be what you do. If you go to school, people do birthdays every week. People do health weeks, all these things. Graphics design is very important. People sell food. There are people that are too lazy that they cannot buy food. I bought Ama's kitchen. I bought Glory's kitchen. I bought Israel's kitchen. I bought one small shops. I bought these people that cook. They will tell you that 1.5 liters is 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. Mana, some persons don't know how to cook, so it cannot be their business. Again, laundry. Laundry gives a lot of money, but it's time consuming. So if it's something you can do, fine. If it's not something you can do what? You leave it. Again, the simple ones that we neglect are the ones that are even more beneficial and necessary to us. What do I mean? Saloon. People know how to make hairs. Some people are interested in knowing how to make hairs. Why won't you go and learn it? It is very essential to you. Because what am I saying? People, I have a personal barber. I call him on phone. Hello, Gideon, come. I want to barb my hair. He lives where he is. Does home service, sorry. He does home service. He comes to your house, cuts your hair to your taste. You give him his money. He goes home to the next customer. These things are also you can do in school. Millions and millions of naira. There are also ones like that. You can help people to write. If you're good in writing, I was good in writing. I do content writing. I do copywriting. I do creative writing. People pay me to write CVs for them. to write their resumes, business proposals, and all whatnot. Hello, Robinson. Bam. Hello, Robinson. I want to write the personal statement. I will just give you my price. Once you can pay. I write it for you and give it back to you. It is all these things are simple things you can do. And they will not even take your time. I don't know if you understand. Some persons in school do petty businesses like selling of foodstuffs, like buying foodstuffs, like doing all those things. While I was in school, there was one business I did that today people were saying, Jesus, how were you able to do it? Jesus, how were you able to do it? I was selling eggs. And when I say it now, you'll be like, Jesus, what is that? What is that? Do you know how much I made from that business? A lot of money. Eggs. I knew most of my friends in that school were consuming eggs every day. I walked from where I was staying to the place where they had a very big poultry in Neni. And I said, I came for a contract. They were looking at me. And I said, sir, I want to know how much you'll be supplying me the crates of egg in good quantities. He said, are you serious? I said, yes. I said, sir, people in my school need this thing. And they can be possibly one of the ways I make my money. Because if I get money from some of the business I do that give me good money, I invest them in the small business that I know that will be giving me passive income. You will never get urgent 2K. And let me tell you again, there is money in that business. It is neglect that is doing us. People sell t-shirts. People sell shoes. And again, I would like to say, when you are advertising, always make sure that you include a call to action. Some people's adverts are catchy. Their copy are very wonderful, but there is no call to action. What do I mean by call to action? You must open a catalog for your business. Send pictures. Send the picture one by one. The creme. I don't have time. This is my link. Click on this link to view my catalog. Simple and short. You sleep. Set automatic messages. You don't need to stress yourself. Hello, I am busy right now, but I'll respond to you in a few minutes. Please hang on. One full stop. The person, once they see that message, once they send you a message, it pops out, it sends to them. And they wait. Most of the time you can be busy in class. So it will not be doing like, no. Study first. Because by the time you leave that school is when you understand the reason why you should have that education. Education is very important. And someone said sometime that if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Ignorance is very, very expensive. You can't afford to be ignorant. You can't afford it. Because just the way I'm saying this thing here now, is because I know them, it's because I have this experience. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. If I have nothing in my head to say here, I'll have one most then one time, I don't want to come, I cannot come. I told you, I said, come to Abuja and speak to youths. They organized a youth conference. I went to Abuja, University of Abuja Teachers, Gwagwalada. And they paid heavily for both flight and everything to come and talk to people like this. Don't you know it's money too? Don't you know this what I'm doing here is money too? And you're asking for ways to make money. These are simple things. You don't need to stress it. These are simple things to do. You can even come to a place and start up something that they are not doing there. For example, while I was in school, there was this thing that they do every year. Every year, they do health week. Every department does health week. Every department. And they go as far as going to, from Oka, from Unizik, inside Unizik. They travel all the way to Aroma. They go to Ekoka to go and look for people that make awards, that make certificates, that make all these things for them. And I said, no. Hold on. Don't worry. I'll go and learn this thing. I'm coming back. Between August to October, I went and learned printing. I learned graphics. I learned all these things. I came back to that school. And I branded myself. That is what branding does for you. You tell people, most of you are business owners, but you have no complimentary card. Hey, give me your number, 08021642565. That is an obsolete means of doing what? Networking. Please have my card. You can call me when you like. This is my main line. This is my branch office. Finish. That alone has sent a classy message that this person knows what he or she is doing. Finish. Whether you're a lecturer or politician, you need to be able to bring yourself to that speed where people will see, I want to work with this person because of the way he branded himself. So this simple, this thing, I listed it here, Sha, but maybe some people in school do real estate. But I'm not going to advise you to do that because it's time consuming. It will consume a lot of your time. Another business that is very, very lucrative is logistics. Logistics is very lucrative. If you go to school, you find that some people are lazy to go to the market to buy things. And you have money as a student. Probably you got money from somewhere, or your father is rich, and you want to invest your money in something. Can't you try logistics? Bring a rider, pay him every month, do logistics. Connect to people. What business will help you to do is that you have contacts. You have contacts. People that matters will be calling you on phone. I cannot connect to this person. I cannot connect to that person. When they were telling me, you cannot go to government house, I said, I'll go to government house and I'll meet the governor. And they were saying, hey, I said, don't worry. When I became the national president of Anambra State Students, I told them the first thing on my list is a courtesy visit to the governor's lodge in Amobia. Why am I going to the governor's lodge? I am going to the governor's lodge to meet people that matters. To tell them, this is an existing association and I worked as the president. I served as the president of this association, which is the body of all Anambra State students in Unizik. And when we went there, the picture is still there. The evidences are still there. If I wake up tomorrow or 20 years next, I can go back there and say, on this day, I was the president of this. This is my picture with the governor of Anambra State while I served as the president. Everybody will believe. I don't need to explain. So, if you're doing that business in school, don't go and hide under the bed. Go department by department. Sell yourself. You don't need to be scared. When you know a business, if you like them, I'll say, I broke a fish kinele. At this stage, again, another business you can do is WhatsApp TV. WhatsApp TV is a good business. Do you make money from WhatsApp TVs? But make sure your content are interesting. If you're following me on WhatsApp, you see that there's the kind of things I will drop. And people will be inspired. This will be inspired is that whenever they look at you, whenever they want to find something motivating, they rush to your status and see. And that same way, you have kept your audience glued to your page. And you can now advertise businesses and they'll be willing to buy from you. Even if they're not willing to buy from you, they refer you. I'll be like some people say, someone referred me to you. You do this thing. Power of branding. So these businesses, you can do it. And most importantly, learn the ones that are skillful, which even if you travel to Lagos, Abuja, Canada, Australia, you can still be doing them. Some of my friends that learn graphics and web designing, they are in UK. They are in UK now, but they still do web designing for people. And they still receive their money in Naira. Even if you don't need the money, you can send it to your mother, send it to your sister, send it to your brother. This way, you would keep yourself without getting broke. I think I answered every question. Thank you very much.